Redskins return to Ashburn Friday, and I have to say, this has been a very open, fan-friendly camp down in Richmond, way beyond what the Redskins had done in the past. And that's not all. ABC 7 has learned that over the last 8 months during RG3's rehab, the Redskins reached out to an average guy, an everyday Joe, in a regular neighborhood here in the Washington area to borrow his equipment. And they sent their franchise quarterback to his house every couple of days, every week. In an incredible story that you'll only see here in Washington on ABC 7. Lee Kessler's brush with greatness initially took a little convincing.
I got an email from Colin at HydroWorks, and it says, "Robert Griffin III, please call me." And I showed it to my friends at the table, and I said, "Look at this spam email that I just got about Robert Griffin." I said, "I can't believe I'm getting this. I'll deal with it when I get back."
Kessler lives in Northern Virginia. As our colleague Greg Mace at ABC 27 in Harrisburg discovered, Kessler owns a very specialized pool. It's used by pro athletes and weekend warriors alike. And sure enough, the Redskins came calling.
Robert has started doing some training at Dr. Andrews. We're going to put some pools in at Redskin Park. They're trying to train in pools now that are public pools, you know, like a Lansdowne Resort as an example. But he's continually getting mobbed by people, and he loves the fans, but they also need to be able to focus. And because you have a pool and you're the closest one to the Redskin Park, we'd like to keep Robert local. Would you be interested in allowing Larry Hess and Robert to come to the house and train in the pool? And I said, well, I'll think about it.
Kessler got the okay from his wife, and with that, Robert was a secret house guest, a pool pal, if you will.
To be honest, my kids didn't know for the first 3 weeks. We kept it that secret. They had the coach to the garage, so as long as they kept it quiet, I was happy and they were happy.
RG3 worked out at the Kessler house 2 or 3 days a week for about 3 months.
I certainly appreciate what Robert means to our town here in Washington. And listen, we haven't had a winner for a long time, so Robert, we're counting on you. But to be able to help him and to have somebody of that stature. But in the end, this was a guy that needed to do some fitness work, and he needed the privacy of a special tool that I have, and I was willing to let him use it.
What a great story that is. Now, the Redskins did their due diligence through the manufacturer, found out who owned one until they could get one. He had one.
I mean, if I invest in a hot tub, like next time Kirk Cousins gets hurt, Redskins, I'll do that.
The fact that they could keep it a secret is what's amazing.
Exactly. And he didn't even tell his kids for several weeks.
That's very cool.
Unbelievable.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Great story.